As you know, the Switch is coming out in a couple of months, and I thought I would give my thoughts on the Nintendo Wii U, because as of right now, there's only one new game coming out to the Wii U, and that's Breath of the Wild. After Breath of the Wild comes out on Wii U, the Wii U will be officially dead. Now, I am one of the owners that did buy a Wii U. I'm one of the 10 to 11 million people who bought a Wii U. And honestly, I enjoyed my time with the Wii U. Honestly, I would say I enjoyed my time with the Wii U more than I enjoyed my time with the Wii. I think the last time I really enjoyed my time with a Nintendo console was the GameCube, and that console a lot of people didn't really care for as well. It was not selling well. It wasn't really hot for Nintendo and whatnot. But I did enjoy my time with the GameCube. Don't get me wrong, the Wii's a good system. It has a lot of good games, but something with the motion controls and a lot of the games on the Wii U were like shovelware games. And the fact that it was 480p, I think that's what really I didn't really like in the realm that the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were already in HD 720p. That really just turned me off. I think that's really the biggest thing. I know graphics don't really matter, but when I'm playing games on PS3 and Xbox 360 that are in HD and going to the Wii that's 480p, something about it just really didn't click with me there. That's why I don't think I enjoyed my time as much as I did with the Wii U. Now, going back to the Wii and DS eras, that's when Nintendo started making all these gimmicks with their system. The Wii, of course, had the Wiimote, and the DS had the two screens. And, of course, moving forward, they're going to put more gimmicks in their system. And the gimmick, or something different that the Wii U had, was that you can play your games on the TV like a traditional console, and then you can play your games off TV with the Wii U gamepad. It had its own gamepad that had its own screen, and you can play your games off the TV. Now, the thing about that is, though, you had to be in the vicinity of the Wii U. If you took the Wii U gamepad too far away from the Wii U, you would actually lose connection from the Wii U and not be able to play your games off the TV. Another thing that wasn't too great about the gamepad is that it only had 2 to 3 hours of battery, and you can see most people want to play games more than 2 to 3 hours, and that's just not enough battery for most people. So the battery was mediocre. I think the intent with the gamepad was that you can play it off the TV while someone's occupying. You can play the games on the gamepad while somebody's occupying your TV. I think that's the intent of the gamepad. I don't think Nintendo really intended you to take the games on the go and out and about with the Wii U gamepad, because you can see obviously the Wii U gamepad is way too bulky and way too big to be taking on the go. Nobody wanted to take it on the go. That was Nintendo's intent with the gamepad. Now, me personally, through the lifespan of the Wii U, I did not use the off-screen capability all that much, because once I'm playing on the TV, I didn't really have a reason to want to play the game on the gamepad in off-screen mode, because once I'm playing it, I'm really focused on the game. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to do anything else with my TV. When I'm playing the game, I'm playing the game. And when my TV's off, I'm not playing the game. I guess it would make more sense for people or kids that maybe are playing in like a family room and their parents want to watch TV and they don't have their own TV. Then maybe when their parents are occupying the TV, they can play the game on the gamepad. But for me, it just didn't really make any sense. And I think for a lot of people really did not really use the off-screen functionality of the Wii U. Now, in terms of functionality with the Wii U, a lot of games didn't actually use the Wii U gamepad for dual screen mode. Like the game would be playing on the TV, and then you'd have another function on the gamepad, just like the DS, how some games use the dual screens in certain ways, like Mario Kart has the gameplay playing on the TV or the first screen, and then you have the map and you have everyone's position on the bottom screen. Not many games really took advantage of the Wii U gamepad. I will name some that actually did. At launch, we got one game that actually did show off the capabilities of having two screens. That was Zombie U from Ubisoft. That really showed off how well you can use the gamepad. One game, of course, Nintendo Land, that Nintendo made, showed off how you can use the gamepad and how the gamepad was meant to be used outside of the off-screen play, and that really showed it off. Funny enough, or actually, new Super Mario Bros. U that came out at launch actually showed off how you can use the gamepad. It didn't really show it off well, but what it did was it allowed a second player who wasn't controlling Mario to actually make blocks for Mario by tapping the touchscreen, and then Mario could jump on these blocks and actually it would help them in the platforming level. So if they're having trouble jumping, it would help them jump better, and they wouldn't die as often with the second player doing that. And honestly, outside of those games, we didn't get a lot outside of launch. We did get Wind Waker, and Wind Waker showed off the capabilities of the Wii U gamepad as well. It had its own function on the gamepad with the dual screen. And then the best use of the Wii U gamepad was definitely Super Mario Maker. As you know, Super Mario Maker was great by making your own levels, taking out the stylus on the gamepad, and making your own levels. I honestly don't know if Nintendo would have made Super Mario Maker without the Wii U's gamepad. So that is really a very useful use of the Wii U's gamepad. So that's just really good. Another thing about the Wii U's gamepad, if you didn't know, is if the game did not actually use the Wii U gamepad or use the second screen as another function of the game, then you can actually entirely play the game without the gamepad. If you didn't know something as well, you can actually control the whole entire Wii U without using the gamepad, which you may not know. So if you have like a Pro Controller or a Wiimote, you can actually entirely control the whole Wii U. Outside of like the settings, you can control it. So say you can turn on the system, you can actually play the whole entire game. For instance, like Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, New Super Mario Bros. U. A lot of games that only use the gamepad for off-screen play, you can actually use without using the gamepad. So you can just ditch the gamepad and like throw it in the closet, put it under your bed, put it wherever, and you can totally use it. So that's kind of why you can see why the Wii U gamepad is kind of useless in most scenarios. What's the point of the Wii U gamepad? I don't know what they were thinking with the Wii U gamepad. Most of it was off-screen play for the most part. There is one feature I did like about the Wii U's gamepad that one company actually used, and it was a third-party developer. I'm not 100% sure if any other game did this with the Wii U gamepad, but one third-party game I did own and did play on the Wii U gamepad took really great effect of the gamepad. What it was is, in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, to be specific, if you own Black Ops 2, the very cool feature, which I wish more games would have done, not just third-party games, not just first, every single game should have done this, but if you're playing local multiplayer with Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Wii U, you can actually have one person playing on the TV, and then you can have one person playing on the gamepad. Instead of having a split screen like most consoles, when you're playing local co-op, you'd have to have split screen on the screen. So that was just a really cool feature about Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and the gamepad, how each person playing local multiplayer had their own screen to use. It wasn't split screen on one TV, so you had your own screen to use. And honestly, I wish more games would have used that feature. I actually use that feature sometimes when a couple of friends came over and wanted to play Call of Duty. I thought that was just a brilliant idea of the gamepad. Mario Kart 8 could have used it easily, and that would have been awesome, honestly. I know the Wii U's gamepad is not that big, but having your own screen, even 6-7 inches or whatever the screen of the Wii U's gamepad was, is just freaking awesome. Not having to cut the screen in half, it's just so awesome playing local multiplayer or even online local multiplayer. Just flat out would be amazing on doing that feature. I know this is not a Switch video. I'm not really talking about the Switch here, but hopefully in the Switch, I hope they do bring that back in some way. I know with local multiplayer, if multiple people have Switches, you can do that. They showed off where 8 people were playing in a room on certain games. You can do that with the Switch. And I'm hoping also with local multiplayer as well, that maybe one person can play the Switch in the dock on the TV, and then somebody who else has a Switch, like, not in a dock, can connect to you while you're playing your game in the dock on the TV, and they have their Switch in handheld mode. They can connect to you and do that, just like I was talking about on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That would also be awesome. But overall, that was probably my favorite use of the Wii U's gamepad. I wish everyone would have used that. That was amazing. I know I'm probably like the only person that really cares about local multiplayer, or I'm one of the few people that do like local multiplayer, and to this day I actually still use local multiplayer with a lot of my friends because it's just convenient going to their house. Well, not convenient, but going to their house and playing local multiplayer is just a great fun time. So I wish that feature would have came back. Now, in terms of games, we got good games on the Wii U. We got Mario Kart 8, which just was fantastic. And people, honestly, to this day, I don't know why people kept saying the Wii U was underpowered. It was underpowered. But if you look at games like Mario Kart 8, if you look at games like Splatoon, they held up really well. You have nothing to complain, and they look fantastic. That's one thing that we also got from the Wii U generation. We did get a new IP from Nintendo, and that was Splatoon, like I just mentioned. And Splatoon is just flat out a very fun game. It was Nintendo's take on a shooting game, and I think it really suits Nintendo's childish, kiddie style. Let's be honest, a lot of Nintendo games are kid-friendly, family-friendly, and that game really showed it off. But that game showed off how it can be like a family-friendly game or a child-friendly game and still be a really fun time for anybody to pick up, and that game was really fun. So I'm glad we got Splatoon out of the Wii U era. Honestly, I really did enjoy my time over the Wii U. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but anyway, guys, that's just pretty much me talking about the Wii U. I did enjoy it. Anyway, guys, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out, guys.